All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Noah, and we're going to walk through the solutions to the Now You Try problems on solving absolute value equations graphically. The instructions say solve the following absolute value equations graphically, draw the graphs by hand without technology. The first equation that we have is the absolute value of x plus 4 equals 6. So I'll begin by, in red, putting f of x equals the absolute value of x plus 4. And in blue, I will put g of x equals 6. I then want to set up a coordinate plane. I'll get a horizontal line towards the bottom. It's just a black line here so that it doesn't confuse us with the graphs of the functions. Get a horizontal line, get a vertical line in here. And I'll go ahead and start out by just drawing the y equals 6 for the g of x. So up to a height of 6, draw a horizontal line. Oh, hey, it turned that blue on me. I didn't think it was going to do that. Okay, cool. And I'll label that y equals 6. Let's label our axes, x and y. Everything by ones should be fine for this. And then we'll go ahead and say y equals x plus 4. Just get rid of those absolute values. Set this to 0 to find our x-intercept. X equals -4. So -4 comma 0 is our x-intercept. And our slope is 1. So from this x-intercept at -4 comma 0, we'll go up and to the right, up 1 over 1, hitting all of our corners of the grid lines. And then we'll go back to that x-intercept and we'll draw a slope of -1 up and to the left so that our v is upward facing. Oops, I'm off here. Right, I'll label that y equals the absolute value of x plus 4, close my absolute value. And then I want to identify the intersection points. We have one at 2 comma 6, and we have another one at -10 comma 6. So from this, we can see that the x values of these intersections are -10 and 2, and so those are the solutions to the equation. We write the solution set is the set containing -10 and 2. All right, let's move on to the next one here. We have the absolute value equation, absolute value of -3x minus 5 equals -2. I'll start by, in red, putting f of x equals the absolute value of -3x minus 5. In blue, I'll put that g of x equals -2. Go ahead and get my axes set up. Draw a horizontal line, get a vertical line in here. We'll again just use a scale of 1 by 1. So I'll start by drawing my g of x equals -2, a horizontal line with a height of -2, and get that labeled as y equals -2. And I'll say y equals -3x minus 5. And let's set this to 0, -3. Well, from this I can see that the slope is -3, or +3 if we're going the other direction. -3x minus 5, this equals 0. To find my x-intercept, I'll add 5, divide by -3 to get x equals -5/3. So actually in my x direction, let's go by 1/3 each. So here's 1 after 3 grid lines, then 2 after 6, 3 after 9. and then backwards, -1 after 3, -2 after 6, -3 after 9. And I'll go back to -5/3 and plot a point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just one grid line before -2. And then our slope should be 3, up 3 over 1. So up 3, and then over 1. So 1 to the right's 3 grid lines. I'm going to put that over here. Let's do that red. Just making sure that I realize I have a different scale in the x direction to make that right. And then I can go up 3 and then over 1 again. Draw a line up and to the right here. You can see this y-intercept is at 0, 5. This is the positive version of the b value for y equals -3x minus 5. That's a common thing to occur here. And then from our x-intercept at -5/3, 0, we'll go ahead and go up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1, and draw our line through these points down to I drew that point in the wrong location. That's why I'm getting mixed up. There we go. Draw our line down through these points down to that vertex at -5/3, 0, that x-intercept. I'll label this as y equals f of x. And I will note that there are no intersections. So the solution set is the empty set. There are no solutions, right? And this makes sense. If we think of the absolute value equal to a negative number, the absolute value makes whatever we're taking and makes it positive. Absolute value of anything will never equal a negative number. So really this is something, as we get familiar with these, we can recognize that there are no solutions to that. Because the instructions say to solve this graphically, you still want to draw everything, okay? Like I could have stopped and been like, hey, we don't have to do this because we can see that there's no solutions, because I recognized that at the beginning. However, that's defeating the purpose. We want to practice this, not just skip over everything all the time, because this is a learning process, not just a what is the answer as quick as possible process. We're learning techniques, not just answers. So as you see these problems in the homework, please do go ahead and if it says to solve them graphically, even if you know that there's no solution, still draw the pictures in order to draw your conclusions from. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.